Shalom Yasha'Allah. It's brother Mapathak. And this is going to be a quick video dealing with envy, right? So we can't be envious in this truth, you understand? Right? And we can't covet after the things that our brothers or our sisters have. We got to be content with what the Most High God gave us, right? So hey, being envious is wicked, man. Right, we're going to dive right into the words of the Lord, but I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. That's all praises to the Most High, whose name is Yahweh, and the name of his only begotten Son, who the world will ignorantly call Jesus Christ, but we know him as Yahweh Shai, the righteous, right? And we're going to dive into this thing with Sirach 14 and verse 8, and it reads, "The envious man have a wicked eye," right? So the envious man, he have a wicked eye, right? He's coveting after brothers' wives. Right? Why didn't the Most High God bless me with a wife? Right? He's coveting after a brother's his new car that he just bought. I want that car. Right? He's not content with what he has, man. He always looking at the next brother, right? Or the sister always looking at another sister and comparing herself with that other brother, man. Right? Salaki, or that sister is comparing herself with another sister, right? Or that brother is comparing himself with another brother, man. Right? So that's why the Lord said, "The envious man have a wicked eye. He turneth away his face and despiseth men." Right? And it says, "A covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion." Right? So that covetous brother, right? That covetous sister, they're not going to be satisfied with their portion, whether that's on a physical level or on a spiritual level. Right? Oh, this sister, she got the best head wraps, right? What website is she ordering these head wraps off of? Right? The sister kind of covering after the way the sister is the way she wraps her head, right? Or the type of head wrap she has, right? A brother covering after another brother's household, right? Or the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that the Lord bestowed upon his brother. So it says, "A covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion," right? And they're not satisfied with their portion, right? The Lord gave you a gift to be able to exhortate brothers, right? A gift to be able to be a good teacher, right? But you're jealous of that brother who has the spirit of prophecy, right? You're not content with what you have. You want what the next brother got. How does he know how to go into the deep prophecies, right? Why can't I prophesy? Why can't I break down Revelation, whatever chapter it may be, right? And you already got gifts that the Lord gave you, right? But you're not content. So that's why the Lord said, "A covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion." You got to be satisfied with your portion, man. Satisfied with the way you're living. Satisfied with the position that the Most High God put you in, man. Right? And it says, "And the iniquity of the wicked eye dry up his soul." And also ultimately that wicked eye, that covetous eye, is going to dry up your soul. You're going to destroy yourself being jealous of the next brother, being jealous of the next sister, man. Worrying about what they got going on, right? So let's go to and that goes back to the law, man. Let's bring that out in the law. Exodus 20. Right? So you can't have a covetous eye in this thing. You can't have a wicked eye in this thing. Right? You can't be envious, man. So this is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 17. Right? And it reads, "Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house." Right? So your neighbor, your brother might have a nice house, right? His household kind of in order, and you jealous of that brother, right? My rib always damn talking back. Why is his rib so much in order? I want his rib, right? That's wicked. And it says, "Thou shalt not cover thy neighbor's wife," like I just said, right? You kind of want that brother's rib because she seems to be more in order than your rib. Now you want his rib, man. You coveting after another brother's wife, right? That's wicked. And it says, "Nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor." So you shouldn't be coveting after anything that is your neighbor's, right? That's off, right? Worry about what the Most High God gave you. Stop looking on that next brother or that next sister and saying you want what they have, right? That's off, right? And the Lord going to destroy you, man, right? And really you're going to destroy yourself, right? Because that envious spirit, right? Hey, it's going to kill you, man. Let's go to the book of Proverbs. I want that brother's wife, right? That's wicked, man. Right? So this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14 and verse 30, and it reads, a sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy, so like it says, but envy the rottenness of the bones. So ultimately, like I was just going into, that spirit of envy is the rottenness of the bones. It's going to destroy you because you're sitting around all day and you enrage and you're envious. I want what he got. Why did the Lord bless him with that? Why can he break down the scriptures like that? Why does this brother, whatever it may be, he's pulling 1,000 precepts at one time, right? He has the fastest car in the camp, right? Vanity, man, folly. And that's the spirit that a lot of brothers and sisters got, man. Right? They kind of pray, they kind of throwing up curses on their brother. They want to see their brother get overthrown, right? All because they're envious of them, man. They want something that they have, right? But the Lord didn't give it to them, man. And they're not content with what they already have, right? What the Lord already gave them, right? So let's go into the book. Oh, let's go back to Sirach, right? Sirach 30. So, hey, don't be a covetous brother or a covetous sister, right? Be satisfied and grateful and thankful that the Lord had mercy upon you, right? And bestow his grace upon you to even bring you into this truth, right? So this is the book of Sirach, chapter 30 and verse 24, and it reads, envy and wrath shorteneth the life. See, that's plain, man, right? That envious spirit, right? The spirit of wrath and being full of rage and envy is going to shorten your life. Right. And it says, and carefulness bringeth age before the time. And the point is, envy and wrath shorten the life. Right. And this is a beautiful time to really deal with those spirits. Right. Because we got to be getting rid of that old leaven before the Passover comes, man. Right. So we have to get rid of that envy and that wrath. You understand? Right. That malice, that guile, that deceit. Right. Whatever spirits you may be dealing with, we have to deal with these things before the Passover. Right. Let's go to the book of Job. Go to the book of Job, chapter 5 and verse number 2, right? So this Job 5 and 2, and it says, for wrath killeth the foolish man, right? So we constantly reading through the precepts, how through the spirit of wrath, the spirit of envy, you're ultimately going to kill yourself, man. It says, for wrath killeth the foolish man. And really it's these spirits on the left-hand side that's hopping on you that's going to kill you, right? And it says, and envy slayeth the silly one. So you can sit around being envious all day, coveting after what another brother got or what another sister got, right? Hey, and eventually you're going to kill yourself, man. Right? You're going to get, it says envy slayeth the silly one, right? So let's go back to Proverbs 27 and verse 4. And it says, wrath is cruel and anger is outrageous, right? So the Lord said wrath is cool and Salakia, wrath is cruel and anger is outrageous. But who is able to stand before envy? And you can't stand before envy, right? Because a brother that's envious of you, a sister that's envious of you, hey, they thinking about how they can overthrow you. They thinking about ways they could be seen as better than you. I have to outdo this brother, right? His fringes is 3 inches. So next time I come around, right, I'm gonna come with 5-inch fringes, right? He's doing 2 videos a day. I'm gonna do 5 breakdowns a day. I have to outdo this brother, right? He taught for an hour and 30 minutes in his last lesson. I'm gonna teach for 2 hours, right? His car goes 200 miles per hour. I'm gonna buy a car that goes 201 miles per hour, man. Right? Folly, man. That's the spirit of an envious brother, right? And the thoughts of an envious brother and the envious sister, man. Right? Her hair wrap is a foot tall. I'm going to make sure my hair wrap is 2 feet tall. It's folly, man. Right? That's the worst spirit. Like even in the world, man. Right? When you can sense that somebody is envious, right, or jealous, that's the worst spirit to actually be around. You understand? Right? It's either between pride and envy, man. Those got to be some of the 2 worst spirits, pride and envy. Right? So let's go to the book of, let's show it how real fast. Let's go to Matthew 27. Right? Because this is why the Jews delivered up Yahushua, because they were envious of the Lord. Right? So this is the book of Matthew, chapter 27 and verse 17. And it reads, therefore, when they were gathered together, Pilate said unto them, who will ye that I release unto you? Barabbas or Yahushai, which is called Hamashiach. Right? So Pilate, this is when before Yahushai got crucified, he's asking the Jews, should I deliver unto y'all Barabbas or Yahushai? Right? In verse 18 it says, for he knew that for envy they had delivered him. Right? So they delivered up the Lord because they were envious of him, man. Right? In the last days, the Lord said, brothers are going to turn against brother, sister against sister. Right? And brothers are going to be delivering other brothers up to the councils, man. Right? And it's going to be that brother that's holding that envious spirit upon him that's going to be delivering up brothers that he's jealous of, man. Right? Sisters going to be delivering up sisters that they're jealous of. You understand? That's what the Lord said. Because that's what happened to Yahushai. Right? And a servant is not greater than his master. So let's go to the book of Acts. Let's go into what happened with Joseph. Right? And this was his own brothers. You understand? So this is the book of Acts chapter 7 and verse 9. And it reads, and the patriarchs moved with envy. Talking about Joseph's brothers, man. And sold Joseph into Egypt, but the Most High God was with him. So Joseph was interpreting dreams, right? His brothers was jealous of him. They kind of threw him in the pit, right? Sold him to some damn heathen and kind of left him for dead, right? All through the spirit of envy, all through jealousy. That's why the Lord said, who can stand before envy? You can't stand before the spirit of envy, because that envious brother, he doesn't care about you. You understand? He wants to overthrow you, right? That envious sister, she wants to overthrow you, right? Even as far as to put you to death, right? Let's go to 1 John. And that's actually scary when you sit back and think about it, right? So this is the book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 11. It says, for this is the message that you heard from the beginning, that we should love one another, right? And it's the point. Not as Cain, who was of that wicked one, and slew his brother. And wherefore slew he him? Because his own works were evil, and his brothers righteous, right? Hey, so Cain slew Abel because his own works were evil, and he knew that the Lord was dealing with Abel, right? So he was jealous of him, man, right? Because Abel was righteous, right? How much more Salaki? It happened. The same thing happened with Saul and David. Right? Saul wanted to put David to death because he was jealous of him. Right? That spirit of envy is a heavy spirit. You understand? So let's get this real fast. 1 Samuel 18. Right? So this is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 18 and verse 14. It reads, and David behaved himself wisely in all his ways, and the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai was with him. Wherefore, when Saul saw that he behaved himself very wisely, he was afraid of him. Right? So Saul was afraid of David. Right? And I was looking for another precept, but that's a good one as well. Right? So when Saul saw that David was behaving himself wisely, he was afraid of him, man. Right? And let me get this real fast. 2 Samuel 3. So this is the book of 2 Samuel chapter 3 and verse 1, and it reads, now there was long war between the house of Saul and the house of David, all because of the jealousy of Saul. These things came to pass. It said, but David waxed stronger and stronger, right? Because David, his heart was right with the Lord, right? David didn't even want to kill Saul, right? And it says, and the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker, right? And if you have that spirit of jealousy, right, that spirit of envy, right, that covetous spirit, hey, you're going to wax weaker and weaker, because the Lord can't deal with a man that's dealing with these spirits of malice and guile and envy, right? So you're going to wax weaker and weaker, and that's what happened to the house of Saul, right? Let's go to Galatians 5, verse 26, right? So, hey, these are things that we got to meditate on and correct, right? If we're dealing with these things, you understand? Right? It's not about the deepest, darkest prophecies all the time. Right? It's not about King David slaying 10,000s all the time, right? The mightiest of mighty accounts, man. Right? You got to walk as a man of the Lord as well, right? You can know all the deepest, darkest prophecies or whatever it may be, and yet you walking around jealous of your brother. You walking around with hate for your brother in your heart. You understand? Hey, you behind closed doors being a lion in your house, but yet you know all the deepest, darkest breakdowns. It doesn't matter, man, because you're not moving in the spirit as a true man of the Lord. So this is the book of Galatians chapter 5 and verse 26, and it reads, "Let us not be desirous of vain glory, provoking one another, envying one another." Right? And that's what it comes down to. It comes from vain glory. You want to be seen as better than that brother, right? You want to be seen as better than that brother. You want other men and other sisters to look at you like, wait, no, I'm the best, right? I'm the best. You understand? So it all stems from vain glory, right? I'm gonna read it again. It says, "Let us not be desirous of vain glory, provoking one another and envying one another," man. So don't be in that spirit of vain glory, right? You want to be seen as the best, right? You want that preeminence. You understand? You want all the views. I want 10,000 views on YouTube, right? I want 100,000 views on YouTube. I want to be the captain of the camp, right? You kind of hey, that's off, right? Why does he deserve to be the captain? Right? Now you coveting after that brother's position that the Lord placed him in, man. Right? So that's off. So let's go to the book of 1 Peter. Salaki, bear with me. Hey man, you gotta be content with where the Lord placed you in this thing. You understand? You gotta be content. Right? So this is the book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 1, and it reads, "Wherefore, laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and envies and all evil speaking." So we got to lay aside all these off spirits, right? Hey, we got to purge out this old leaven, right? And this isn't even about the Passover, right? But the Passover is kind of on brothers' mind because it's coming up, right? But really, brothers got to be dealing with those spirits all the time. Not just when it's time to purge out the old leaven. You should always be trying to deal with those spirits through fasting, through praying, through reading. You understand? So I'm going to read this again. 1 Peter 2 and 1. It says, "Wherefore, laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and envies and all evil speakings." Right? So you got to lay aside all these carnal things. Right? Because the Lord can't deal with a carnal man. Right? And the Lord will take you out of this truth, man. Right? The Lord will snatch that spirit from you. Right? Because you're still being carnally minded, right? In the book of Romans 8, verse 5 on down, it tells you the carnal mind is death, right? So eventually the Lord gonna snatch that spirit from you, man. You're gonna be put to death at the end when it's all said and done, right? That's why brothers gotta repent, right? Fast, pray, and get these spirits off of them. You understand, right? Because we all deal with spirits, right? These spirits is constantly attacking the men of the Lord, attacking the sisters of the Lord, right? Because Satan don't want to see us in this truth, right? So let's go to the book of 1 Corinthians, because I want to land me back off what I just said. Hey, the Lord can't deal with a carnal brother or a carnal sister, right? So this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 3, and it reads, Salakia 3 and verse 1, and it reads, "And I, brethren, cannot speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Yahweh Shai." So this is Paul speaking to the church of Corinth. He said, I couldn't even speak spiritual things unto y'all because y'all so damn carnal, right? And it says, "I have fed you with milk and not with meat, for hitherto you were not able to bear it, neither yet now are ye able." Right? And verse 3 is the point. "For you are yet carnal." Right? So a lot of things you can't understand in the scriptures, you kind of read and then you scratching your beard and you wondering how the next brother can understand these things, is because ye are yet carnal, right? You still got too many carnal thoughts on your mind. You still operating in being carnal through your actions, man. Right? And we could read about that in Wisdom of Solomon 1, I believe it's verse 4 on down. Right? Once unrighteous thoughts come in and unrighteousness come into your vessel, then the spirit has to leave. You understand? So that's why Paul is telling them, hey, I couldn't even speak unto y'all as unto spiritual because y'all too carnal. Right? I'm going to read verse 3 again. It says, "For ye are yet carnal, for whereas there is among you envying and strife and divisions Are ye not carnal and walk as men? Right? You're not even walking in the spirit of a man of the Lord. You're just walking as a carnal man. Right? So we got to be content and thank the Lord every day with the lot he gave you. Right? With the grace he did bestow upon you. Right? So don't be jealous of the next brother because of what car he driving, how his damn house, or you mad because he got a beard. You jealous of the next brother because he got a beard, man. Right? You jealous of the next brother because he has a rib, man. Right? You jealous of the next brother because he knows more precepts than you, because he have more understanding of the scriptures than you. Right? And you're coveting after his understanding. You're coveting after his rib, right? You're coveting after whatever it may be. You're looking at the next brother or the next sister and saying, I want that, what they have. Right? That's against the laws of the Most High God. Right? So you got to be content with what the Most High God gave you. Let me get a quick precept dealing with this on a spiritual level, right? This Romans 12 and verse 5, and it reads, so we being many are one body in Yahushai, and every one members one of another, having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given unto us. So you have everybody have different gifts according to the grace that the Most High God bestowed upon you, right, through the spirit of Yahushai. And it says, whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith, right? And you get the gifts on the according to the proportion of faith. You understand? And it says, or ministry, let us wait on ministering, or he that teacheth on teaching, or he that exhorteth on exhortation. He that giveth, let him do it with simplicity. He that ruleth with diligence. He that showeth mercy with cheerfulness. Right? So I'm not going to have a certain gift and then I'm going to look at my brother and be like, I wish I had the gift that he had. No, man, I'm going to give brothers respect all the time. Like, oh, that brother got a mighty spirit of exhortation, man. Right? Lord willing, the Lord allowed me to have that gift as I grow in this thing. Right? It's hey, you're supposed to rejoice in that, because we all one body in Yahushua. You're supposed to rejoice in the gifts that the Most High God gave to your brethren. You understand? Lord willing, the Lord never put a wicked spirit on me. I would never look at another brother and be like, oh, I wish I had I wish I had that spirit that he have, right? I wish I had what he got. Why doesn't the Lord allow me to remember as many precepts as Naquan, right? That's wicked, man. Why doesn't the Lord allow me to go into the prophecies like this brother goes into the prophecies, right? Hey, that's off as hell, man. You understand? So let's go to the book of Philippians, right? So we got to be content. That's the point. We got to be content with what the Lord gave unto us. So this is the book of Philippians chapter 4 and verse 11. And it reads, not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am therewith to be content. So, hey, Paul said, hey, I'm content with what the Lord gave me. And how much more us? We got to feel the same way. Hey, I'm content with what the Lord gave me, man. Right? I'm content with the job that I have, right? The amount of wisdom I have through the Spirit, right? With my household, right? Whatever it may be, with how much I can eat day by day, I'm content with it, man. Right? That's what a real spiritual. That's the mind of a man of the Lord, right? Paul said, hey, I'm content. So let's go to Hebrews 13 and verse 5, and it reads, let your conversation be without covetousness. Right? So you shouldn't be talking about, oh, I want this and I want that, and look what he got and look what she have. Like, hey, that's wicked, right? Let your conversation be without covetousness. And you don't want to be around brothers and sisters that's always being covetous, man. Right? Talking about what they want and never thankful and grateful for the things that they have. Right? And that's what goes on in the world a lot. Right? And that's especially when you got brothers and sisters that scroll up and down social media all day. How can she afford that? Right? How can that man afford that? I need the job that he has. Right? And you don't ever thank the Lord for what he already gave you. Right? So it says, let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he have said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. And the point is, hey, be content with such things as ye have. Right? Be content. Right? So that jealousy spirit is wicked. Right? That means you're not thankful for what the Lord gave you. Right? Hey, man, that's wicked. Right? Want to overthrow the next brother or the next sister because they got something that you don't have. Right? You're jealous of that brother. You're jealous of that sister. Why is her husband so mighty? Right? Why didn't the Lord bless me with a mighty husband? Now you in that sister's damn husband inbox. Right? Wicked. Right? So this is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 6, and it reads, but godliness with contentment is great gain. Right? So that's plain. Godliness with contentment is great gain. So you have to be content with the things that the Most High God gave you. You understand? And with that, Lord willing, this was edifying, right? Lord willing, brothers and sisters got the understanding through the Spirit, right? I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Shalom, Yasha'Allah.